Way back in 2002, the YuGiOh TV show and the card game was taking the world by storm. What happens when a children's franchise explodes in popularity? Well, they tend to have a promotion running with McDonald's or Burger King. This still happens today, but I remember as a kid, with every new Disney movie that came out, there would be collectible toys and Happy Meals that you wanted. But I wasn't aware of this until last year, that YuGiOh actually released a special set over 2 different promotions with McDonald's Happy Meals. I might talk about McDonald's Pack 2 in another video, but for today, this is all about McDonald's Pack 1. So this promotion was released in 2002, and as far as I'm aware, we didn't get this promotion over here in the UK. There was a total of 15 cards to collect, 2 of them being ultra rares, 3 of them being super rares, and 10 being common cards. The promotion included a music CD from YuGiOh, a leaflet/checklist, and also a sealed pack which contained 2 random cards. The odds of one of the cards being holographic was around 1 in 3 of getting a super rare and 1 in 6 of getting an ultra rare. The 2 chase cards was the ultra rares being Cosmic Queen and the Millennium Shield. These were all unique cards, and the majority of these artworks haven't actually been reprinted a great deal, with some almost being exclusive to this set. There was a Japanese promotion in 1999 that featured 9 of these cards from the set, but this was for the Shonen Jump magazine. So last year when I first started selling trading cards, I discovered this set and I knew this was something that I was gonna try and chase and try and collect. This was actually the first set I actually aimed to try and complete, as well as some of the earlier main booster box sets in YuGiOh. So I began doing some research on the sold listings on eBay and picking up cards that were being listed for good prices over the course of the last year. One of the ways I was making some extra money on the side of my full-time job last year was by purchasing job lots of cards or collections, breaking them down and selling them off individually in smaller bundles. So when I was buying these job lots, if there were cards in there that I actually needed myself for my own personal collection, I'll be taking them out and basically essentially getting them for free with everything else in there being sold on. So I didn't actually have any of the McDonald's promo cards from my childhood, so I had to start afresh. My main goal was to collect the entire set in any condition as possible, just really getting them for the cheapest price possible, and then moving up and replacing them out with near mint to mint copies as I went along. It's now got to the point where I'm looking to get PSA slabs of all the holos, as well as a binder set of cards in, again, any condition possible. So a year later, I actually do have a copy of every single card in this set now. I have a binder which displays this pack art. This is just an empty pack that I was able to get over the course of the last year that was part of the promotion, and also this leaflet too. I wasn't interested in getting the CD for this set because it doesn't have any use for me. So outside of this, I also have a podcast where I sit down and interview some of the biggest and best creators from all around the world across various different industries, and one of the YouTubers I actually interviewed was a big YuGiOh YouTuber here in the UK, and he goes by the name Casual Yugi Stuff. I actually bought some of these McDonald's promo cards off him along with 2 of these sealed packs. So these 2 packs cost me around £15 each, and I have these still in my sealed collection. To be honest, I'll probably end up selling one of these at some point, but currently I'm happy to hang on to this and just see how the price goes over time. So let's go through the common cards first. I really like the artwork of all the cards in this entire set, and a lot of these are very nostalgic to me, as even though I didn't have the cards, a lot of these cards were in some of the video games, especially ones on the PlayStation 1, such as Forbidden Memories. So even in the last year, these common cards have crept up quite a bit in price since I've been looking. This Flying Penguin card, I actually managed to sell for about £18, so about $20 over here in the UK. These prices can fluctuate quite a bit depending on the condition of the card and also depending on how much is on the market at the time. And again, I know supply is a lot smaller here in the UK compared to the US, so these prices might be a bit higher over here. I have to admit that even as a kid, I never knew how to play the TCG. I almost invented my own way of playing it with family and friends, which I suppose was a combination of top trumps and copying the show, really. I've always only really been interested in this as a collection point of view and appreciating the artwork of them. I know that these vanilla cards, which have the yellow borders, aren't really used at all, especially given that they don't have any effects like some of the other monster cards. YouTuber Janjo Zone did a great video looking more in depth at the McDonald's one set from more of a player's point of view, breaking down the cards and how effective they actually are in the game. Be sure to check out that channel if that's something you're interested in finding more about. There is one effect monster in this set, as well as a single magic card, both of which of these are super rare cards. So here are the 3 super rare cards, and I just love how the foil really shines through these. And finally, here are the 2 ultra rare cards. So I actually do have a near mint copy of Millennium Shield, but I submitted that to be graded in February with PSA. I actually wanted to bind a copy of this as well, so these pages can look complete, so I literally bought the cheapest version I could find of this card after submitting this to PSA. I actually don't have the Cosmo Queen for a binder copy yet, as I'm waiting to see if one will show up for a good price. I do, however, have one in a PSA 9 slab. I actually got this way back in April of last year for about £30. I don't actually know how much this is worth because there isn't too much data available about it, but I also managed to get my hands on a PSA 7 slab back in November and was able to sell that for about £35, so I imagine the 9 is crept more towards that £100 mark, or potentially more with how rarely these are listed. I just love the artwork on this card, and this was one of the big monsters in that PlayStation 1 video game I mentioned, Forbidden Memories. The Millennium Shield card has always been more valuable than the Cosmo Queen in this set, but I much prefer the Cosmo Queen. I probably won't find out what the Millennium Shield comes back as from PSA until potentially 12 to 14 months time, but I'll be sure to do a PSA returns video when I get that back. So even with the prices rising, this is still a very good set to try and collect and start your collection off with. For starters, there's only 15 cards in total, and if you were to collect this entire set, was careful and patient when you purchase cards, then I think you could get the entire binder set for possibly £150 to £100. I've seen people sell the whole set of this, all 15 cards, for around that price over the last couple of months on eBay. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like, as it would really help support the channel.